Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC, we do everything DIY, and today we have an emergency service call for an exhaust fan. Thank you to everyone tuning to Jumperman Tech. Man, these are some nice looking boilers. Anyways, we have a service call today for an exhaust fan located in the boiler room. Oh, look at this pump. This thing is taken apart. Oh, look, the other piece to it is on the floor over there. Anyways, quite the interesting room. So, this is our exhaust fan right here. It's not a large one. And we have variable frequency drive. This is an ABB drive. Let's see, where do the model? This is ACH550, because that's what it looks like. Is it it? Yes, it is. ACH550 model. I mean, in the top left corner it just says off, and on top right it says 60 hertz, so it's set to go at full speed. Not sure exactly what this is for. Anyways, let's see, we got two grease ports here. The exhaust fans that I worked in here, they over greased them like crazy. Let's see if we can take off some of these screws. We got a couple 3/8 screws here, and let's take that apart and see what's going on. All right, so let's take apart this top cover. Christian's gonna take that out. Let's see what's going on. Man, this is a big pump motor right here. This thing is large. It works also off a large drive. Looks like only one of two are here that are actually gonna work. Oh man, this thing must be messed up to go bad in such a short time. Oh, look at the plates, balancing. Oh man, this is a serious project right here. Let's take this off. Oh wow, just like the other one. Over greased. All right. This belt doesn't look bad. Why is that drive in an off position? And look, what is that? It's like two different greases here. Oh, that's not good either. Let me see something. This looks okay. It's only a 5-year-old building as well. I think it's literally on off. Let's see if I put it in auto mode. And it's set to 60 hertz, nothing. All right, maybe to start, something's open in that circuit. Let's see hand. Let's see hand, it's starting. Maybe we can open this up, see if there's something open on the auto section, but I know a lot of these, they don't even have anything hooked up. Everything looks fine here. You can just use a little bit of maintenance. So 60 hertz is 100% speed, so 60 hertz top right. And then the percentage on top is how much percentage it is, and it's running at 3.3 amps. Something is strange about this. Let's see. Oh, they got this program so you can't change the speed. You can't change the hertz, so you can't change the speed. Let's go to menu, and then fault logger. So, let's see. It says panel loss. Then below DC undervolt. No time data. It says time data. When was this though? So we had a panel loss. I think that's the code 2130, and then DC undervolt 2120. Panel loss. see if it says anything, so you can click detail. Detail D1, status at FLT, fault time 1, fault time 2. Tells you the torque, the current, voltage. Voltage at FLT 6.624. It says fault 10. So then, so that's 10, I said on the side, so that's the panel loss. The next fault for DC undervolt is 6. Let's see if that says anything. Just the fault times fault 6, right? And there's also something that sounds more like the error, the 2120. Tells you the frequency, RPM, current, voltage at FLT 415. Exit. I'm gonna look these up, but this thing was literally just off. Panel loss, do they mean this, or did they lose power in the building and there was like a shutdown, and next thing you know, like a power surge, and then it came back on and now this thing tripped? But there was no error here, which is weird. This is the ACH550 by ABB HVAC VFD. So it says fault 6, DC undervolt. Intermediate circuit DC voltage is not sufficient. Check for incorrect. Missing phase in the input supply power, a blown fuse, or under voltage on mains. So we gotta check for power and make sure we got the right incoming power. It's the weirdest thing. I heard the manager here saying how that Con Edison is like lowering voltage because it's the summertime and all the buildings using crazy power. I don't know, I have been seeing, instead of 208, 209 on systems, right? I have been seeing like 200 volts. Anyway, so we're gonna have to look at power. And then number 10, panel loss. Panel communication is lost, and either the drive is in local mode, the control panel displays hand. We are in hand, and that would be local mode. It says it's in remote control mode, REM, and it's parameterized to accept start-stop direction reference from the control panel. Wonder if there's any like power issue. To check communication lines and connections, communication error, parameters in group 10, command inputs in group 11, reference and select. I'm gonna take a picture of this so you guys can see. We're definitely gonna want to check for power. Make sure everything is connected, everything is tight. Anyway, we have the correct power coming in. It's kind of a strange one. I turned the system off. We're definitely gonna want to clean this up a bit, get rid of all that extra grease. And look, there's 2 different grease colors right now. So the grease is mixed. Might want to even flush those lines. Anyways, I clicked off. Alright, let's be safe. Now let's turn this off. And let's let everything de-energize. And let's check a couple things. Alright, so I see a black grease there, a blackish brown grease. Then this light beige looking grease. And look in the back here. Got a green grease, man. They put everything in here you could think of. Let's clean this up and get rid of the excess, because that's no good, because there's a lot of problems when you over grease. It does the opposite of helping. So maybe they came here and did grease this thing anytime they thought of, but that's no good. Nothing we could pay attention to is the rotation. Christian's gonna clean this up for now. And I'm gonna do a few checks over here. Power is off. We're safe to operate. This thing is working right now at the moment. Maybe something cleared itself, but you know, while we're here, let's do some checks. Christian's doing a little maintenance there while I do a couple of checks. Let's see, where can I put this thing? Let's put it maybe here. That fit right there, voltage. So there's the disconnect. Power comes in through one side, into the disconnect, and through the disconnect, it energizes this starting switch here, goes through some fuses, then into our VFD, and then the VFD sends power to our motor. So let's see, this is 3-phase, 460. Okay. 460, 460. So the voltage is right. Let me turn that off for a second. What I want to do is check those fuses. I'm sure they're okay. Where is this? Gonna pull this out. I want to open up this top as well. So this little computer thing, you just unplug it. Let's, oh, there's a screw in there. What I want to do is check to see what's starting and stopping. So 10, terminal 10, which is our 24 volts. And then it's basically a jumper in here. So there's no actually other controls here. And there's just a jumper in here. So this thing just basically works right here. There's no like any type of safety controls or anything that can operate through this. Let's see, is there anything loose? Nope. Nope. Nothing's loose. Go pull out the fuses and check them. Check continuity across. Check voltage as well. Yeah, you would have had a problem if the fuses were bad. Voltage is good. It says input voltage 380 to 480 volts AC. We got 460. That's what's there. 463 phase. Any of this loose? No, no. Yeah, and that's what it is. This can all be programmed its own way, as far as like what you're using for your start. And there's no faults on this. We just got fault logs. We cleaned up this whole area, got rid of all that extra grease. You're definitely gonna want to flush that out, but listen, it is what it is at this point. But right now, I'm trying to focus on is this wiring. So up here I have connected AL1 and then plus 10 volts. That's terminals 2 and 4 with this red jumper. If it's providing 10 volts at all times, it is what it is. That's gonna be 100% speed. Then the white wire here is plus 24 volts. This is AC voltage. Up here is DC voltage. So here's 24 volts AC, and then it goes down to DI1. So that's terminals 10 and 13. And that's gonna be your start and stop. So there's no controls here. There's nothing to turn this on and off. I wonder if they lost power. It says how in this fault 6 how you could have lost a leg of power or a blown fuse, whatever, but everything is good. I talked to the manager here and they said something, the people who service these boilers mentioned something how there could be a power outage, this and that, and they don't know how long that's been off. Also, before I go to the boilers, look at that, here's the pump and there's a VFD right there on the wall. What if they turned that off? Because he said that he didn't turn anything off, he just found it off. There was no alarm, but I'm just looking at the fault codes of something kind of alarms in the past, and it is what it is. Also mentioned something with these boilers, man, there's some high-tech boilers. This is the Dynaflame 5000 by Campus Hydronics Ltd. Serious stuff, serious stuff. Oh, they have a building automation starter, so this is all controlled by computer actually. But I can't find out anything that's really wrong here. We checked everything. All the wires are tight. We got good voltage. Our fuses are good. Cleaned up this area. The motor does run. It's just a bit strange. I'm going to take pictures and I'm going to show you guys some diagrams on what this is. So it's all about 10 and 13 over here to start and stop. But it is what it is. Then there's nowhere else. There's nothing else connected here. I'm gonna show you guys a diagram, but it is what it is. And I think we just need to turn this back on and keep an eye on it. Order a spare belt to have one in the future, and really put one grease inside there, and everything that else comes out, just get it out. Just use a thermostat screwdriver. I found the start and stop terminals were actually loose. I just tightened everything up to tighten up all these other connections, but it is what it is. Let's turn it on and monitor this system. Just tightening all these connections, actually, according to the lug, it seems a bit loose even though the wire's in. Let's make sure all our connections are good. Let's just get a little look at what's going on here. So we got our 3 wires here, the 3-phase coming in here. Goes out of this on and off switch. Wires come up into the 3 fuses, come out into this plug over here. That's going to be our main power. And then on the bottom you can see it says motor. That's these wires. They come out and go to the motor. Also, you got a ground for the motor here and a ground for the power coming to the slug, and a ground going through there. Then we have our start and stop, 24 volts AC, and then we have our DC 10 volts. Basically, from my understanding, is that when that fluctuates, that also changes the speed. Anyways, let's close this up and start this thing. Put this back, turn that disconnect on, power it up. All right, let's see what happens. Welcome. We don't need assistant. See, auto doesn't work. Also, it looks like, looking at the start, it could actually trip. Let's put it in hand. Let's see what happens. Just ramping up. That's running at 30%, 2 amps. Let's see what happens. I'm in the parameters mode and I'm looking here at what application they're using. They're using the HVAC default application. Just looking over the manual and watch some videos. So you see we're set at 60 hertz and we can't change it. Even if we press down like this, you could usually change the hertz, so you change the speed. So you're gonna go into menu. You're gonna go into parameters. Over here on 20, you're gonna go to limits, select. And if you look, 2007, the minimum frequency is 60 hertz. So the lowest you can do is 60. And right here, 2008, your maximum is 60. I'm gonna take a picture so you guys can see that. Alright, so I'm gonna click 2007, the minimum. I'm gonna edit that. Right protected. Hold up a second. Because the drive is started. Alright, hold up. Let's turn it off. Let's go back to menu. Parameters. Limits. Then let's go to 2007. This is what we really need to do. We need to edit that. Oh, right there. Now we can do it. Minimum frequency. Let's bring this thing down to where we could actually adjust this. I wouldn't want negative. Let's say 10 hertz. 0 hertz would be off. And then over here, maximum, exit, 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 start it up. Okay, so let's see now. You see 60 hertz? Look, now I'm just pressing down, and now I can adjust the speed. Oh man, that's awesome. Lowering the frequency, lowering the hertz, right? Motor's now at 90% and is adjustable now. So that's how it's done when it's locked out. So it all comes down to settings, and it is a lot quieter now. It's a lot quieter now. Let's let this thing run. Maybe get an extra belt for it, make some recommendations, and let's see what happens. All right guys, this thing's been operating for a while now, and that's at 90%, 3 amps. Everything's looking good. I don't see why this would shut down. Power, everything is good. Also, when in here, we not only check the incoming power, also I did turn it on, and we had proper power coming in as well. So this switch is good and everything. So if there's any problems, I wonder maybe if having a bad connection with this little piece right here, if that goes bad with panel loss. I don't know. If you guys know, drop a comment below. But that's it. We're gonna wrap this one up from here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. Catch you all next time.